And we are live.
Don't do that.
Okay, sorry. You know that's corny?
Very much
Okay,
so.
sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, we are back. This is episode 2 of Not for Lazy Lovers. And I know that you guys are like, what happened to chapters?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna get into that. But
Yeah, we're gonna get into that. Okay, but yeah, this is episode 2. Just know that.
Yeah.
Okay, Not for Lazy Lovers. Where do we start?
How was your day? How was your day? Because I am sitting here. I am extremely tired.
Okay, well, I'm tired too. It's a little later in the day. Had a couple meetings and I'm tired, but I'm winding down. It's Friday. What about you?
I forgot it was Friday.
Yep.
I don't
Happy
know.
Friday.
Happy Friday. I don't know what day.
For the people who's listening to it on Friday.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Today is Friday, September the 15th.
Yep.
At 9:04 p.m. So yeah, happy Friday. Yeah, today for me it's crazy because I really didn't do much, but when I tell you I am sitting here so exhausted, as if, you know what? It was from, I know I'm tired. It was from running last night.
Oh, okay, yeah.
For those of you who may not know, he's a runner, and he be trying to make me run. But yeah, I ran yesterday, and I'm not a runner. What?
She's a runner.
So
once a runner, always a runner.
No. Like he is a marathoner, and he runs 10 miles every single day.
Ooh.
Shut up.
They're learning more about me.
Whatever. He runs 10 miles every single day. I was running 3 miles every day, and my ankle has been hurting me, so I've scaled down to just 1 mile, one little measly mile a day. But I'm trying to do that at a fast pace, and I'm just tired. I'm tired from that 1 little mile run from last night. I'm tired, and I'm dehydrated. I think, I need some electrolytes because we're running again tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
Putting in 3 miles tomorrow. So I'm just,
Oh, 3 miles. Okay.
Shut up.
Anyway.
I'm just trying to, let's just get through this episode. So in our last video, our conversation was all over the place. It was very unorganized.
Oh, yeah.
But today we are going to try to stay on topic and be as organized as possible. So first things first, we decided that we are not going to label our videos as chapters. So this is for those of you that watched the first video. We didn't know what we were doing. We still don't know what we're doing right now. But we've decided not to label the videos in chapters. And then
I want to go episodes. I want to call it episodes.
And then I'm confused about episodes because I'm like, I thought episodes were just for podcasts, but
it is a podcast, but it doesn't.
And that's another thing we kind of don't agree about, because I'm like, is this a podcast? Because it's not like on a podcast platform for people to just listen to. This is just on YouTube right now.
Help us out. Comment below and let us know. Let her know. I already know. It doesn't have to be on a streaming platform to be called a podcast.
Okay, put it in the comments. Let me know what your thoughts are about that.
Episode 2, baby.
Yes.
So let's get it.
And also, I'm new to creating content, so this is going to be a learning experience for me, and there will be a learning curve. So just bear with me while we try to figure out what's working and what's not working. And then we are also trying to figure out if we want to reveal ourselves, and if not, what should we put on the screen as visual so that lovers aren't bored. So any suggestions would be greatly appreciated. Put those in the comments as well.
But we're going to we're going to experiment with a few things. So you'll see us kind of all over the place a little bit. But again, it's all going to, we're going to make sure everything is seamless for y'all. We're going to drive home the message, and we're going to make sure you guys get the valuable content and the knowledge and wisdom and the humor and all that stuff in every episode. But
And all that stuff.
we do appreciate you guys for coming along on this journey with
You
us.
lovers.
So, all you lovers.
Yeah. So
Guys and gals.
now on to the next. On to the next.
Okay, what's up?
What's
next?
What's next is, if you listened to the first video, we were talking about questions that you should ask on your first date. So, in my opinion, a lot of first-time date questions are going to come from your experiences in life, either from like the things you're lacking in your life, your fears, your traumas, your desires. So, if I was dating today, I'm going to give you my top 3 questions that I would ask on my first date.
But
What?
I think also, this is my opinion too. Like, I still think even though you're in a relationship, this is just a jewel for me. You still gotta be actively kind of dating each other. That's my opinion. Like, you still gotta,
Wait a
every
minute.
day.
We're talking about.
Oh yeah, my
We're
bad.
talking
My
about
bad.
first
Yeah,
date.
you're
What are you
right,
talking
you're
about?
Right, you're right. Yeah, you were saying if you were still dating. So
No.
So
what I'm
if this
saying
is
is,
your
if
first
I
date.
was dating today,
Right.
like and I was going on my first date.
Right, got you.
Okay,
got
that's
you,
where we're.
understand.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if I was dating today, of course I'm not single, but if I was single and I wasn't with Loverboy and I was dating today and I was going on my first date, then I'm going to give you my
first date.
I'm going to give you my my top 3 questions
Okay.
that I would ask.
All right.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. We
All right.
about to go?
Yeah.
About to go. All right.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
What's your first question?
All right. So my first question, if y'all watched the first video, you already know this. Do you have children, honey?
I'm chilling.
Children. And if you don't have children, do you want children? I believe that children are something that you should never ever compromise on. Raising children will be the most challenging responsibility that you will ever have in your lifetime, and it is a lifetime commitment. So for those of you who think that when your children turn 18, like that's it, they're adults, they're on their own, we are not those type of parents. This is a lifetime responsibility. Our children are not well over, but they're in their 20s, and they're still living at home. We still take care of them, and that's what parenting is. They're not dead at 18. They're still alive. They're still your children. You have to still take care of them. And again, it is for life. So with that being said, y'all gonna learn about me. I'm very transparent and honest. I do not have the capacity or the desire to share in this experience with someone else's child or children. And therefore, that's why that's going to be the first question that I ask. Because if you have children, then I want no parts of that. And if you want children, I'm not having any more for you. I don't want to adopt. I don't want to have
no pets.
I want no fur babies either, but I'm talking about the human babies. I don't want to surrogate or anything. I don't have the capacity to take on more children. So it will be a no for me.
So no to the turn. So
no.
Me too. I'm the same way. If I were dating, that's my thinking as well. Like, that would be one of the very first questions I would ask. That's important.
Yeah, but
that's a huge responsibility.
So if that's your first question, are you okay with being with a woman that already has children?
And no, I'm not. No, I'm not. If I wouldn't want to have children with a woman, and I wouldn't want to take on the father role of an existing child.
Why?
Because I don't know, man. It's risky, because when you start dating a female from a male's perspective, that you don't know where that relationship is going to go. And I've heard a lot of stories where the kid gets attached to the man.
Mm-hmm.
And if the relationship doesn't work, then it's just as hard to leave the kid. And
it sounds like you don't want to date a woman who has children because you don't want that child to get attached to you. But what about
one of the reasons?
What about the women who may say, well, I'm not introducing my child to you that early until I know that, look, this is a relationship that I'm going to be in for the long haul. So what do you say?
That's even scarier to me because then I fall in love with you, and then you have a little Chucky, and the little I don't know what I want to call him, but he really don't gel with me. But I love you so much, and I fell in love with you, and then I haven't met your child, and then I
Okay.
mean him at a later time, and it's just not. He throws a wrench in everything we got going. So that's what I'm saying. It's a touch and go thing, but if I had a preference, I would not date a woman that has children already, or did I say want to have children?
No, we didn't. No, we didn't. I didn't ask that question of you, and you didn't answer that.
Okay,
So,
because
what
no,
if
I'm
she
saying
wants to have children?
yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
What
Because
if she doesn't have children, but she wants children?
that's what I'm saying. Like if I'm younger,
But you're not younger. Let's talk about
okay,
now,
if I
like
was dating
today.
now,
Yeah.
so I'm just giving dating advice. So we're giving advice. So first date questions. If she wants to have children, it depends. If I want to have children, then we good. If I don't have any children and you want to have
No,
children,
no, babe,
that's good.
babe, no.
First date question. What?
Babe.
What?
We're talking about
First
first
date
date.
questions.
If you and I, we have children,
Right.
right?
But if on
Right
the first
now.
date, if I was on the first date,
If you were on the first date,
right, and she wants to have children.
yes, you have kids. We're talking about
Oh, me, real time.
Real
I got
time.
kids.
Yeah.
Oh, if she want to have kids, oh hell nah. No,
You don't want
no, because I already got kids.
exactly.
I'm
so,
good.
Now, what do you say to
Yeah.
these people who are
I'm
like?
trying to give advice to the people who don't have kids, who fresh start, little things like that. Like
no, let's talk. We were talking reality for
reality.
us.
Okay,
Yeah.
got you.
So, what do you say to the people that are like, oh, so the two of you are saying that you don't want to date people that have children already or that may want children, but y'all have children. What about you? I mean, I'm gonna answer that question. I understand that someone may not want to date me because I have children. I understand that, and that's why I would be looking for someone who's on the same page as me. This person is going to either accept that I have children or not, and understand that I don't want children and I don't want to be with someone that has children. I'm not trying to have a blended family, Loverboy, he is a great father, so I'm not looking for
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm not looking for a second father for my children, so but I do understand if someone would not want to be with me because I have children. And I understand that the older that
But
you
if
are,
we speak in reality,
yeah,
we got grown women.
I understand that, but some people still don't even want. They may not want a woman who has grown children.
Yeah.
They may not want that. It may not be for them. Because still, like I said, even though our children are older, they're still our children. We still have like responsibilities to them. So they may want someone who don't have those responsibilities.
They want
at
all the love, all the attention.
It don't have to be that they want all the love. They may just want someone who has that kind of freedom in their lives.
I understand.
Children comes even your older children, can take away from some of those spontaneous moments that someone without children can have.
I agree. I agree. I'm with you. So with me, yeah, that's my take. I wouldn't want anything to do with a woman that wants to have children, because I just know how much it takes to raise a child and how much I've invested over the years and just how hard I've went as a father and the energy that goes behind it. And I'm the type of person, I don't do anything. Like I try to do the best that I absolutely can. So if I'm invested in something, I'm invested in it all the way. So I understand that if I'm going to date a woman, then I have to, accept the total package, and that's what she wants. Her future endeavors around children. So I'm not willing to take part in that, me personally.
Okay, so, I know that sounds harsh, but
yeah,
that is the truth.
That's reality, and that's how you have to be blunt and direct.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah. I mean, there's a way to deliver this information.
Absolutely.
Of course, don't be disrespectful, but you got to know what you want and stand in it. My second question that I would ask is, do you smoke?
Ooh.
Oh, let me tell you something, honey. It's a hell to no.
Smoke what though?
I don't care what you smoke.
Ganja?
Yeah, I don't care. It could be marijuana. It can be I don't even know what all the smoking vices are. But
I mean, we know not crack. Come on now, you ain't dealing with crack. I'm just saying, but you do
look
the basics.
I don't want someone that is smoking things that are going to damage their lungs or mind from secondhand smoke. So whether someone smokes or not, that is an automatic no for me. I have no tolerance for smoking.
Yeah, I agree. That's nasty for me. Like for a woman to smoke.
Is it
a cigarette? Yeah, like a cigarette or a blunt or weed, anything. Like
what about a cigar? Because people think cigars are like
that's just
sexy.
as worse. That's just as worse to me. Like I think this is me personally, but yeah, asking on the first date, do you smoke? Like even cigars?
Why are you taking my
I'm just piggybacking off of your stuff.
Oh, okay.
I'm just giving my 2 cents. I'm just giving my 2 cents. Okay. So I definitely agree. Like no smoking because, for one, I don't want to hear you coughing and having these lung issues and things if we do date, and then future problems. But also, it just don't look appealing and sexy to me. So yeah, so it's a no.
All right.
No smokers.
Okay. Oh, I'm gonna give you. Actually, I'm gonna give them 4. My top 4.
Okay.
So this will be the third one for me.
Okay.
So the third question for me would be what type of relationship you desire. Again, if you looked at the first video, I say that people are in different seasons in their lives. So some people may want companionship. Companionship may come with or without sex. Some people may just want a sexual relationship. Somebody might be looking for marriage. Somebody might be looking for an open relationship, ... Just
right.
what type of relationship that you are looking for, because you want there to be a mutual shared experience and not one that you're trying to force someone into. So being on the same page with what type of relationship you're looking for is going to be a very important question. And then my last question.
What type of relationship? That's what we asked for, right? That's what we asked in the other one. Like, what season are you in?
Yeah, like what type of relationship? Everybody don't want to be in a committed relationship right now. That doesn't mean that they want to be single. Well, I shouldn't use the word single. A lot of people want companionship. People don't want to be alone.
Right.
People want to have someone that they can maybe just call and talk to. Are you looking for just a chat buddy?
So we should just be friends. We need a friend.
A friendship is a relationship.
Got you.
They may be
looking. We need to define that though.
Yeah.
What we doing here?
Exactly, because you may have some people who say, "Look, I am looking for a friendship," and then you got this other person like, "Well, I want to be with this person."
Well, let me say something real quick, ladies. I'm gonna give you a little bit of just male wisdom here. Typically, what happens is we can start off as friends, but women are emotional, so it's easy for you guys to get emotionally attached and things like that. So I just think that men, be careful, and women be careful as well, because you can end up falling. One can end up falling in love more times that's the woman. So it can end up, So keep those boundaries there.
Gotcha. So the fourth question that I would ask is, who raised you? Y'all done heard T.K. Kirkland?
Yeah.
Who raised you?
Yeah.
Absolutely. You can learn a plethora of things from just that one question, and listen to, how they deliver the information. How do they speak about the person that they're speaking about that raised them? Or how do they speak about the people that were not in their lives? From that one question, I feel you are going to learn about childhood traumas. You may, pick up on religious views, resentments. You're going to learn some personality traits. From that one question, you can segue into so many other different topics to learn so much about this person.
And I can add mine in with yours. Like what? One of mine was for the who raised you was your father. Mm-hmm. Like there. Like I think that's important for a man to know. Like, was your father ever in your life? Or did you have a father figure? That's an important question.
Why?
Well, because
what would that tell you? So if I said no, my father was not in my life,
then that prepares a man for any type of like abandonment issues or trust issues from a man. So it's a very valuable question. Men and young men alike, ask that question. Like, what's your relationship like with your father? Or even a father figure, because there's some great stepdads or great father figures that are very strong presence in their daughters' lives. Ask that question though, so you'll be prepared and better understanding if there's incidents of or signs of her showing abandonment issues or lack of trust. You'll know how to better address them. Yeah, because you kind of cannot diagnose the root cause. So ask that question.
Okay. What would be your next question that you would ask?
Or my question.
Yeah, yours.
So mine.
Yeah,
Okay.
yours.
So you already asked your question.
Yeah.
So I kind of so the father figure was a big one for me. So will you eventually open up to me, like, and tell me like your life story? That's a good question. Like early on in a relationship, it may be tough for a woman to kind of just be an open book to a man. And a lot of women like to close off their past and just kind of move forward because they could be damaged and things in the past that, maybe, they want to just keep away. They may think they're ready for, to move another chapter. But eventually, I want you to open up and be vulnerable. Open up to me, talk to me, let me know everything, and I want to know if that will be something you will do for me one day. Like tell me about childhood traumas, anything that has happened to you.
And one thing that I would say to that, for men that are listening, we have to trust that you can handle our childhood traumas.
Yes.
That you're not going to run away. Some things are so heavy that you just may not be able to handle it.
Right.
And so we need to know that we are in a safe space when we deliver this information to you.
I agree, and she made a great point there, because guys, as men, sometimes we may not know like what's gonna come. Like with that, it could be something that can be definitely heavy. But what reason that's important? That's a very, very important question, is because it's just like anything. Like you can get anything that if you're building a skyscraper or whatever the case may be, like you don't start with half of the blueprint. Or if if there's if you buy like some piece of equipment or gadget or something, like not to compare a woman to that, I'm just saying, like, it comes with a manual. You want to be able to kind of know everything from step one, until completion. So it's like, if you're broken, then, I need to know everything about you if you want me to try to, help and fix you, like, and again, it may not
fix me.
It may not, or not even, may not be up for me to fix you, but just understand the inner workings of you, I need to know everything, because I may not know where to look if there's an issue, if I don't know everything. So just by you being that transparent, it'll help me kind of
help
heal you. Yeah,
yes.
Not fix you. Sorry.
Yeah.
So yeah, help heal you. And so I would need to know those things, so that's a powerful question, guys. So you want to earn her trust and get her to open up eventually, but just ask that question. One day, will you please tell me, your life story? So yeah, so what was the other question? If another question, if you could pick, I would ask a female, if you could pick an age to die, what age would that be?
What?
Yeah, so
why would that? That's kind of morbid on the first date. Why would you ask that?
Well, it tells me your plan to live.
Oh.
It tells me.
Wow.
Yeah, it tells me your plan to live. Yeah, so.
Well, you already know I'm living to be a centenarian.
And me too. So we're aligned. Like, we know we want to live to be 100 together. And so by asking this question, it's almost a loaded question, because if I ask the question, you may have the same, kind of, reaction. Like, why are you asking me that? But, it kind of tells me, if you say 50, then it's like, wow, you have a short outlook on life, or, maybe there's some things that you may not be too happy with about life. Maybe you don't want to be here too long, or whatever the case may be. Or you may say 100, or you might say whatever. But what it tells me is you have a plan, or may not have a plan. If if you give me like short years or whatever the case may be, like, I want to know what your plan is. How, what is your outlook on life? And that'll tell me a few things.
I think that's dope.
Yeah,
I didn't. Yeah, when I first heard you say that, I'm like, what? You're talking about death, but
Yeah, no, I'm talking about life.
You are
I'm
actually
talking
like
about
that.
life. Yeah,
I like that question.
yeah. So, and another important one to me is alcohol. Like, I am 3.5 years sober, and I want to know about, your drinking habits.
I think we need to clarify that. Like,
Drinking, yeah, because
do you feel like you were an alcoholic?
I was not an alcoholic. I was a social drinker, but I had a very low alcohol tolerance, and it wasn't something that that I liked about myself. It was something that I always wanted to
and it's
overcome.
definitely something I never liked.
Right, yeah, and I've been drinking for a very long time, just like, again, socially. But again, as you get older, and I'm plant-based, we're plant-based, and
that doesn't mean you can't have alcohol.
That don't mean you can't have alcohol, but what happens is when you start to become older and you're already health conscious, then you start to really see the things that are not aligned with your lifestyle, and you quickly realize, like, these things are not conducive to me trying to be healthy or my healthiest. So alcohol, to me, I would ask on the first date, like, if we go out somewhere, how often do you drink? What do you drink? I need to know those things because alcohol changes a person.
Yeah.
Literally. And women, I would encourage you to ask that same question to men, because alcohol, a drunk man can have many different personalities. It can come in different ways.
Absolutely. I can attest to that because my father, he was a great man, but he would drink after work and he would become someone totally different. So that's why alcohol really has no role in my life. When it comes to my mate, it's something that I don't desire. It's not I guess it really just depends on how much the person is drinking. If it gets out of control, it's definitely something that I couldn't tolerate.
Yeah. And so with me, with the female, it can be very unattractive. And if they're going out with their friends and things and hanging out like that, alcohol can make them make horrible decisions. Accidents can happen, things like that.
This is a whole conversation because if I've passed out and I'm unconscious, that's a whole nother story.
Right, and that's where it gets dangerous.
Yeah, that's where it gets dangerous.
But yeah, so that's a big question of mine as well. Just that, because that's one of those addictive behaviors that if it's a problematic thing, and it's something to kind of try to pick up early in the relationship and kind of get some guidelines around it, because it will be one of those things that you may not be able to break or change in a person. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for me. So first date questions, I can't think of anything else. Maybe
we can think of a lot of questions, but we don't want to make this video too long.
Yeah.
So
maybe we have like a part 2 of this if we have some very good questions. Maybe down the line.
Well, shoot, those for me those literally were my top. That was my top 4. That was my top 4 because once you answer those questions, that will determine whether or not there's a second date.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So a lot of these questions are important up front because it can go ahead and nip things in the bud or kind of let you know, oh, yeah, this is a person for me. So ask those questions, man. It's really, really important. First date questions. Very important.
Very, very much so. And I shouldn't say very, very. Sorry. I hate the very,
you
very.
You get on me. Very, very.
I know I do. So, that's why I just caught myself. I'm like, oh my word, I am doing what he does. Like, I can't do that.
Did you remember our first date questions?
Oh my gosh.
Do you remember our first date? You don't.
All I remember
You got Love-nesia?
I got Love-nesia. Yep.
That's a trademark word, by the way. Don't use it.
Love-nesia. That is
our word.
Yep. Not for lazy lovers. You heard it here first.
You will get sued. Love-nesia. What's Love-nesia?
Oh, it's when you've been together for such a long time that you forget like the beginnings of your relationship.
It's just all a haze, man.
Yeah,
it's all a haze.
I mean, the only thing, and this should be just another video, so you won't cut into this too long. I just remember you, really pressuring my best friend to have me holler at you.
No, I said first date.
Oh, first date. I can't. That's what I'm saying. I can't remember the first date. I can remember everything you did. I can remember very clearly everything that was happening for you to get my attention.
Got you. We'll give them
all
that.
of that. I cannot remember
Y'all,
our first date.
y'all gotta get that on another episode. It's
Yeah.
epic. I promise you. Fellas, you don't want to miss this. Especially for the younger fellas. Let me tell you something. Younger lovers, I'll say all that stuff. Y'all want to hear how I did this. It's very smooth. And very persistent. Anyway. But that's for another time. But yeah, so we want you guys to extract all the value you can from this. Like, share, and subscribe.
Blah, blah, blah.
Please, no, really like, share, and subscribe.
Blah, blah, blah. That is so crazy.
No, man, because guess what? People need this value. There's somebody that heard this today, and they're going to say, you know what? I'm going to apply that to my relationship. This is going to save my marriage. This is going to save my relationship. Or, no, this is first date stuff.
Yeah, like, this is just like, come on.
No, hold on. No.
Let's wrap this up.
This is going to help. There's some value in here.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, there's value in
value
it. It will help some people.
Yeah, that'll help some people. So
in the comments, just put down what your first date questions are. You know, what your deal breakers are on the first date.
Yeah.
Yeah. Help people out. Yeah.
Help us out.
Get in the comments.
Right.
All right.
So do we got anything else for them before we get out of here?
Yes,
We're gonna start leaving like some love nuggets.
Ooh, love nuggets. Love nuggets, love bits.
That's so corny.
That is.
Love bits.
Well, this is all I gotta say.
Wisdom.
Go fall in love again because everyone is not like him.
Like me?
Oh, no, everybody is definitely not like you.
I'm good.
Yeah, you good.
Okay, all right. Well,
but go and fall in love again because you might get a boy like Loverman over here.
And vice versa, fellas.
Hey. I don't know if you want a woman like me.
Yeah, you do. Trust me.
Okay.
Trust me. Well.
Until next time, lovers.
Thank you guys for tuning in, and we are out of here.
Peace.
Peace.